Today I talked to you guys about 10 matches you need to watch in the 2019 Canadian Premier League season coming up. I'm Curtis and you're watching A.F.C. Curtis, your home for all things Canadian Premier League content right here on YouTube, so if you're new here, maybe consider subscribing. Now with the Canadian Premier League releasing its inaugural schedule just a couple days ago, I combed through it. We found out that there will be a spring and fall season, and the champion of each season will compete in a single game championship final at the end of October to determine the 2019 Canadian Premier League champion and represent us in the 2020 CONCACAF League. Now I've combed through both sets of schedules, the whole schedule is complete, and I found here I picked out my top 10 games that you guys should be watching out for this CPL season. Number 10, Forge FC versus Valor FC. So I picked this one as my number 10 just because it's kind of a fun little matchup here. It's Forge FC in Winnipeg versus Valor FC, and it's going to happen Thursday, May 16th. So make sure you mark your guys' calendars for Thursday, May 16th. And it's going to be a fun matchup here because it's going to be, you know, the two clubs that kind of founded the Canadian Premier League. And I was kind of hoping that this match would be the inaugural match. Unfortunately, it's not. This right here, Thursday, May 16th. So mark that date in your calendar. That's the first time the two founding clubs of the Canadian Premier League will meet. Number 9, Forge FC versus Halifax Wanderers FC. So my number 9 pick here is going to be a home opening match, and it's actually going to be on Saturday, May the 4th in Halifax. And it's going to be the Wanderers home opener, and it's going to be a great atmosphere. I mean, the city of Halifax is 100% on board with their only pro football club, or only pro sports club in general. So it's going to be a great atmosphere. You bet your bottom dollar they're probably going to sell it out, and it's going to be a great atmosphere. So if you're not going to be able to attend the match, at least try and make it to Halifax. I'm sure the entire city, the bars will be bumping, everything will be great. The whole city atmosphere will be fantastic that weekend for that match. And if you can't make it out to Halifax, then you got to watch it, just because, like I said, the atmosphere will be 100% fantastic to watch, and it's going to be something special, and you're not going to want to miss that. Number 8, FC Edmonton versus Valor FC. Another matchup that happens on Saturday, May the 4th will be the home opener in Winnipeg, which is Valor FC hosting FC Edmonton. And it's important because these two clubs are two of the three clubs that are going to be competing for the CONCACAF 2019 or CONCACAF League 2019 qualification here during the spring season. And so, you know, an early win here at the very start of the season could be a big help toward the end of it and holding on to that top spot and qualifying for the 2019 CONCACAF League. So not only is it these two clubs' first matchup, but it's actually going to be a pretty big one just because it's the start of the CONCACAF 2019 qualification. Number 7, Calgary FC versus Pacific FC. So this is my only Canada Day matchup here in my top 10, and it's because looking at those matches, it's the last day of the spring season, and this match really stood out to me because it is a big deal match. These are two possible title contenders here, two giants that are going at it on the last day of the spring season. Therefore, it makes this could be potentially a win and you're in kind of deal, and if you win this match you could potentially win the spring season. So that's why this is such a big, crucial matchup, especially it gets even bigger depending on how both these clubs do in the first 9 matches leading up to this one. Number 6, FC Edmonton versus Calgary FC. Saturday, May 18th, make sure you mark that date in your calendar because that is the day of the very first El Clasico of the 2019 season. Calgary FC hosts FC Edmonton over at the beautiful Spruce Meadows Stadium. So it's going to be a great matchup. It's the first El Clasico. It's going to be in Calgary. And of course, El Clasico is the only real rivalry we have going into the Canadian Premier League's first season. And it's a carryover from any other sport. It's always the Battle of Alberta, Calgary versus Edmonton. And it's no different here in the Canadian Premier League between these two clubs. So this great rivalry will start off in a really good mindset here in Calgary with Spruce Meadows hosting it, and it should be a really fun, festive environment. Number 5, Valor FC versus Pacific FC. Saturday, October 19th, that is the final weekend of the fall season, and I think this matchup between Valor FC and Pacific FC over at West Hill Stadium will be huge, 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 huge. I think it's the biggest matchup that weekend actually, and I think that's why it's my number 5 match to watch in the 2019 season. That's because I think both these two teams are really well built, especially Valor FC from goalkeeper out. I think they're actually really underrated, and one of the clubs that I think a lot of people might be sleeping on this season, which they shouldn't. They're going to be really good, and I think they're going to be title contenders for both the fall and the spring. And of course, Pacific FC, one of the more, I would want to say on paper at least, talented squads. I think there's a lot of great pieces there too. So I think both these two teams are going to be, title contenders, especially this late in the fall season, the last day of the fall season. I mean, this could be a crucial 3 points for either one club that could lead to even a fall championship. Number 4, Forge FC versus FC Edmonton. Wednesday, June 26th. That is my only midweek match that I have in my top 10 list here, and that is FC Edmonton hosting Forge FC. And this is going to be a big matchup, and the reason why it is because it's actually going to be the last match in the qualifying little mini tournament there for a 2019 CONCACAF League spot between Valor FC, Forge FC, and FC Edmonton. So this is going to be a huge one because, depending on how the other matches went in this little mini tournament leading up to this final match, obviously this could be a win and you're in kind of situation for either one of these clubs, Forge FC or FC Edmonton, or if they get a draw, maybe Valor FC then just edges out both of them and qualifies for the tournament. So this is a huge matchup to watch for, and one of these three clubs will go on to the CONCACAF League and potentially even the Champions League for 2020. So a lot of things can happen from this match, you just never know, and that's why it's ranked as high as number 4. Number 3, Forge FC versus York 9 FC. So the inaugural matchup Saturday, April 27th ends up at number 3 on my ranking. That's a pretty high ranking. I mean, the other two that just edged it out, or I think have a lot more into it going into it, and that's why it's ahead of this inaugural matchup. But I think Forge FC hosting York 9 FC in Hamilton, it's going to be huge. The whole league starts from this one match. So this is a pretty important match, and I think, everybody should be watching this match just because it spawns a whole league from it. And I think it's going to be a fantastic match, fantastic atmosphere, and hopefully it sets a tone for matches to follow. Number 2, FC Edmonton versus Calvary FC. Saturday, October 19th, that is the date of the last El Clasico of the season, and that takes number 2 spot here on the countdown. And of course, I also put another match that also happens on this date between Valor FC and Pacific FC over at number 5. That's also a title contending match, but I think this match is not only a title contending possibility match, but you got to sprinkle in there a little bit that it's actually the El Clasico, and it's the last El Clasico of the 2019 season. So not only is it a rivalry match, but it's a potential title match. I mean, 3 points, and who knows, you're a fall champion, and then you're going on to the championship match the following weekend between these two clubs. So it's going to add a little extra, scrappiness to the match, I think, and make for a really entertaining match I think all eyes should be on. Number 1, the inaugural championship match. Number 1 is the inaugural championship match, and of course it's got to be number 1. It's got to be the must-watch match of the 2019 CPL season, because it is whoever wins this match will be the inaugural champion. It'll be the first ever champion in Canadian Premier League history, and everyone remembers the champion. Everyone will definitely remember the first ever champion in the CPL's history. So of course that's why this matchup is a must-see. It's a must-watch. It's going to be the spring champion versus the fall champion, the two best clubs hopefully in the CPL going head-to-head. It's probably going to fall around Saturday, October 26th. So mark your calendars. This is going to be a huge match to watch, and I'm super stoked for it. We don't even know who's in it yet, but I already know it's going to be a fantastic to watch match. The winner of this is the inaugural champion. It's got huge bragging rights saying that you're the inaugural champion, but also you're going to go to the 2020 CONCACAF League, so a lot is at stake in that one match. The first ever champion will be crowned at the end of October, and it is the number 1 match to watch this year. So that was my video this week, and I want to hear from you guys. Let me know in the comment section below, which match are you looking forward to the most to watching this year? Is it the inaugural match? Is it the first El Clasico? Is it the Canada Day match? Is it even the inaugural championship match? Let me know down in the comment section below. And of course, if you like this video, please make sure you hit that thumbs up button, that like button, and of course if you want to see more content just like this and help me grow my channel here, definitely consider hitting that red subscribe button. And of course you can also watch my videos not just here on YouTube but over at northernstarting11.com. I'll have the link for that website down in the description below. There's a bunch of great soccer related podcasts there that you guys need to check out for the Canadian Premier League and everything Canadian soccer related news and notes. It's all those podcasts as well as my vlog videos over at that website, so northernstarting11.com. NumberEight.com. Again, the link is down in the description below. And until next time, thank you for watching.